At 34, Alex Bird is already a two-time Juno nominee. And when it comes to jazz, he's pushing the boundaries. That story coming up on Global News. Alex Bird is a two-time Juno-nominated jazz singer and songwriter.
Oh, the snow is getting snowy.
When did your love for jazz begin?
When I was very, very young. I was adopted from Romania. I came to Canada at 6 weeks old, and I started being taken to jazz clubs in downtown Toronto at the age of 2.
Back then, Alex had the opportunity to meet many of the greats like
Oscar Peterson, Diana Krall, Tony Bennett, Ray Charles. I got to touch his shoulder one night. It was crazy. I guess through a process of jazz osmosis, I learned how to do this.
That he did, seeing incredibly skilled musicians up close, way past his bedtime at 4 and 5 years old, and that was the start of his musical education. Who was your biggest jazz inspiration?
For me personally, it's watching Oscar Peterson. It really does something to you, and I learned from him a sense of timing and a sense of swing.
In 2019, he formed Alex Bird and the Jazz Mavericks, working with top jazz musicians in the country.
We have my songwriting partner, Ewen Farncombe Julian Anderson-Bowes on bass, and our band also comprises of Norbert Botosh on drums and Jacob Gorschaltzen on sax and clarinet.
In addition to singing, he discovered his passion for writing because it was important to Alex to carve his own space.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. We're on our 4th album now. It's all original music.
But it's over to you for tomorrow.
I mean, the people that I looked up to, like Frank Sinatra and Peggy Lee or Bobby Darin.
At 34, you're talking about music from way, way back, but you're bringing it forward. So how are you crossing those boundaries?
A lot of our music is modern. It's not for the past. I pull a lot from obviously jazz musicians, but also like the great entertainers of the past, like Sammy Davis Jr.
This year, Alex and the Jazz Mavericks have turned their attention to the holiday season and the release of their album, Another Christmas Day.
I just moved up to Cobalt, Ontario. I ended up writing the whole album up there. Everything you expect from Christmas, but there is a real focus on the people who really, really struggle this time of year.
Why did you want to go deeper into Christmas?
Because I've been there. I had a very difficult family time growing up. My parents divorced, and then I found out I was adopted a year later, and I went back and forth for the holidays. And it took reconnecting with Christmas to be with my partner Lola and her family in Cobalt.
Michael Bublé needs to hear you. He needs to hear your music.
I'd be totally down to collaborate. Michael Bublé's at the top of the Christmas tree.
Will you say bye-bye? And I see road is up ahead.
Now, Anthony, that song is about forecast for the day.
Hey.
I think it's about you.
It's about you.
I'll take that, yeah.
What do you got?
That was amazing, yeah.
Well done.
Wasn't he great? And he,
so talented.
we shot this, I was telling you earlier, in a bookstore, used bookstore on College Street, because the acoustics in it were so amazing.
Well, I asked you about that setting because it looks incredible.
Yeah,
in
the
that
venue
bookstore.
is really sweet, and they're all so talented, so they're going to go far. They're going to be in Markham, January 21st to the 25th. I guess it's going to be Markham's Jazzalicious. So,
well, the sound is so smooth. They're incredible.
Love it. You like jazz?
I do.
But it's amazing too. I mean, when you look at the history of great Canadian jazz artists in this country, it's amazing to see that he's keeping it alive, not just surviving but thriving.
And he met so many of them, right,
Oscar
at
Peterson.
such a young age.
I love how he said he learned it through osmosis.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
for
very
sure.
powerful.